Good morning. What a beautiful morning it is. I was looking at the start of the COP30 fiasco again this year, and looking at many people I know have all again travelled to Brazil for this. But of course, the Irish government has also gone, like they always do, of course, to speak at COP. Micheál Martin, that's where he is at the moment, and what he's going to be speaking about is gender. So as Ireland falls apart, we have all these problems in Ireland. We have TB that's rampant in Ireland now, because you're bringing so many people into the country, people that have never had any form of vaccine. I know it's a really taboo word with many people in Ireland, but the TB levels have gone through the roof. But Micheál Martin has gone to Brazil to speak about gender. It is absolutely ludicrous when you think about it. We have a government that is completely and utterly out of control, pushing narratives in the schools and pushing narratives globally that are really damaging to Irish families and so on and so forth. But this is getting worse the whole time. You can constantly see the narrative being taken by the Irish government. They are completely at odds with the Irish people. You have a small group of people that are behind the 33 plus thousand NGOs in Ireland that are pushing a narrative. The NGOs at this stage are absolutely controlling the Irish government. That is one of the reasons why I would never support any NGO, never give them a penny. I believe that all NGOs should be disfunded, and of course I see them as a threat at this stage to the sovereignty of any country, especially the country of my birth, Ireland. It is crazy to think that all these other narratives are being pushed, but nobody wants to talk about the problems, the real problems in Ireland. The government there, with the last few days, you see this big push and this big narrative that they deported 35 Georgian citizens out of Ireland that were illegally in Ireland, but yet there's over 4,000, so they put a few of them on a plane and they got them out of the country. But you have to look at what exactly is pushing them with this. Why didn't they push other dangerous individuals? Why didn't they get rid of them? I mean, why did they pick again a bunch of people that were Georgians, right? They're white, Christian, illegally in the country. Yes, they should be deported. But why didn't they look at any other group? Again, it's about ticking boxes, and it's about a narrative. It's just a narrative the whole time, right? It's absolutely crazy, but it's mind-boggling to think on this beautiful morning that we have Micheál Martin and other representatives of the Irish government travel to Brazil on a private plane to speak about gender, as if that is the most pressing issue in Ireland right now. As we see murders, we see rape of a child, we see all these crazy things actually happening in Ireland, but nothing is done about the real problems, looking at the real issues in Ireland. The Irish government spoke about, was there last week, that they were going to start charging illegal immigrants that were in Ireland, that are actually working, they were going to charge them for their accommodation. But then they came out with a thing after that, if they don't pay for it, they're not going to deport, or they're not going to kick them out of these accommodations. So they're telling them one thing to the Irish people, hey, they're going to pay for this. And then they come along and the next thing they say, well, if they don't pay for it, there's nothing we can do about it, and we can't kick them out of these accommodations anyway. If you look at it, they're saying now that up to 80%, the government is saying, of people inside these accommodations are not genuine refugees. 80% of them are economic migrants, but yet they want to open more and more IPAS centres, and they already know that over 80% of the people inside the IPAS centres have no business being there, but they want to open more of them again. It just, you have to follow the money. You constantly have to follow the money and see what's going on here. But of course, the government will never do that. they're too busy trying to silence people that actually speak out about any of these problems, because you know the people that are speaking about it are the problem, and of course they deflect from their own issues and their own problems that actually created everything that exists in Ireland today. It's absolutely nuts. Anyway, that's my morning rant, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.